Well, Gazans were hoping for a truce before Ramadan, but that looks like a distant dream now. This as Palestinians began the fasting period with talks of a possible ceasefire hanging in the balance. Our next report tells you how the war-ridden Gazans are celebrating Ramadan with nothing but death and despair. Take a look.
The holy month of Ramadan has begun for the Palestinians with little cause to celebrate. On Monday, Palestinians flocked to an open-air market in southern Gaza to shop for whatever is available. Facing dire shortages of food and necessities, the residents found little beyond high-priced canned goods. I'm coming to shop for Ramadan. The atmosphere is sad. It's an atmosphere that makes one cry. No one is spotted with signs of joy in their eyes. All look sad. Each family has a martyr, and there are those whose houses have collapsed. Our hearts are bleeding. Elsewhere, prayers are being held in the rubble of demolished homes and buildings. Some people hung little lanterns and decorations outside their tent camps. Children celebrated at a UN shelter. More than half of Gaza's population is trapped in the Egyptian border town of Rafah, that is now a tent city. The latest round of ceasefire talks with Hamas, mediated by Egypt and Qatar, has been suspended until next week. The proposed ceasefire would have seen a halt in fighting for 40 days, and exchange of Israeli hostages for Palestinian prisoners. Reports have now emerged that Qatar has threatened to expel Hamas leaders from its soil if a hostage deal is not reached. Hamas sources have, however, denied the report. The UN chief has appealed to both sides to finalize a deal.
Today marks the start of the holy month of Ramadan, a period when Muslims around the world celebrate and spread the values of peace, reconciliation and solidarity. Yet, even though Ramadan has begun, the killing, bombing and bloodshed continue in Gaza. We recently entered the 6th month since the Hamas terror attacks in Israel and the catastrophic Israel onslaught in Gaza began. My strongest appeal today is to honor the spirit of Ramadan by silencing the guns.
In the face of the humanitarian crisis in Gaza, the West is airdropping aid that is tragically inadequate. The US is working on a new plan to speed up aid to Gaza via a floating port. The United Nations says the Israeli offensive has displaced over 75% of the population in Gaza. But with ceasefire talks in a limbo and the Israeli onslaught all set to be renewed, hope is fast fading for peace. Bureau Report WION World is One.